Hey, big hello once again to everyone watching, and welcome back to some City Skylines 2, where we find ourselves in our Lake Arbour save, which is actually one of the first saves that I've done in this entire game, so it is riddled with problems. Namely, if I come out of photo mode, you'll notice there's a sea of smog complaints, and also nature is burning in the background. But do you know what? Yeah, I did just mention that. Oh god, experience a forest fire. I don't know if that's a forest fire, if that's the entirety of like the Amazon rainforest being burnt down. But do you know what? That's not in our like city limits. That's out of our remit. So if we just turn over here and just ignore that and focus on our own problems, which is all related to smog, that's mostly because I did something incredibly dumb by putting industry upwind from where people live. So what I'll decide to do in this sort of episode is change that. I think what would be a good area to move the industry to? I feel like if we make this sort of like an industrial island, that would be a good place to put it, because then we can put the cargo harbour over here, because that's quite close to the shipping routes. The only thing is it'll be a bit hard to sort of build like highway interchange, because we will need to build one of those. And then it also does sort of mean can't really build anything up here, but that's being burnt to smithereens, so I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. But with that being said, I hope everyone in chat is doing alright. Let's see. Hello, Minnie. Hello, Crazy. Yeah, Forest Fire. Well, what do they want? So the worst thing in City Skylines 2 is garbage. At some point, you need like 50% of the city to be used for garbage. To be honest, in all my other saves of City Skylines 2, I've not noticed garbage being too much of a problem. But then again, I did create a massive landfill that took up like 50% of my city in the first, I think, like, I want to say like the first couple like hours of me playing the game. So that might have helped. Okay, so unlock these tiles. I have this island over here. How many? We have 20 squares, so I think if we just unlock most of this, and then also what I'd love to do is, I believe, this island here, I'd love to become our sort of like high density business district, if you like. Sort of build it all around here, then have sprawling suburbia all around it. Sort of in like Manhattan style or London style, of like a river cutting it in twain, and have different districts. I'm glad to hear that, Minnie. This was the map where I did my first ever save on. Do a cargo harbour on that island. I agree. That is why I thought that would be a very good location for, to move the industry to. It's very hard to see. Okay, I didn't even select the island whatsoever. It's very hard to see the islands in this mode, which is a bit of a problem. How many do I have? I have 18. I think this is all or most of the island. It's a large majority of the island. Should be able to expand it. I feel like also going to put some more sort of suburbs in this part. This will be like a little village, like a city centre. Yeah, that's exactly what the business district is going to be. So what this... I sort of need this to be like an interchange, so that there's branches of the motorway that then sort of come off here into this new industrial zone. But also I need not a high dense, not high like frequency, not high throughput interchange, but one that also allows them to go into this new residential area. But I don't know if something like that sort of exists. But I could always try it. I feel like what I'd do in this situation, if I turn it into a 4-lane highway, it's already like above the water. Don't know how high up it is. Evidently not that high up. I did also, I mean, I don't mind keeping it above the water, but I don't like this like camel's hump that it's trying to do over here. That looks horrendous, and I would prefer the game not to do that, ideally. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to have much say in this, so I'm just gonna leave it. I don't know, to be honest. I kind of don't want it to be as high as it is. I don't really know why that bridge was going so high, like above the water. This is also disastrous, sort of like not public transport, but like just nature planning. Because I am building basically over the beach with a 4-lane motorway, which is grim. So what I'd say is that looks disgusting and I hate it. So I'm gonna delete that. What I do want, actually, it's down here. I might completely rezone this. I haven't decided yet. Do you know what? I'm actually gonna change it so it's a bit more. Ooh. Get this so it does go around like this, and then I'll attach those. So there is this elevated section that is ugly, sure, but you know what? It's like better than nothing. And then sort of a 4-lane divided road for this main arterial road that will run through this new residential area, which I do want to be slightly curved, ideally. Sort of coming down like this. And then up here there'll be a giant roundabout, which will be the way to get on and off here. With, I think, one-way roads will be fine. So since this is 2 lanes divided, what I do is three lanes coming off of here. Leave it going up. So at the same sort of level. Get this coming off like this, and then this will continue over over here, but 1 lane of this shall then branch off and sort of dive under here. So this would look a bit like a spaghetti mess, but hopefully traffic wise it isn't too bad. And it decides it doesn't want to have a roundabout there, which is really annoying. I also just realised that there's not really much music playing at the moment. I have turned the music on. Oh no, never mind. I muted the music, as it turns out. Didn't want to mute the music. I wanted to mute. Oh, I wanted to mute the forest fires, but oh well. Great idea. In TS1 remaster, you can change the time of day. Whenever spaghetti mess is great, that is very true. So now I have a city on the Lakeland map of 65k-ish. Do you know what? That's not too bad. Okay, spaghetti mess. Okay, do you know what? Can do that. So that's one way, and then if they want to come back, I've got to go up here. Oh. Hang on. Why have we got Germans on the radio at the moment? Put it like that, and then this one becomes 3 lanes. 2 of those are going to come off here because they're going to come from there. Like that. There we go. And I'll turn this so it's going the right way. Downgrade all of this into 2-lane roads. And then this is sort of almost there. Now need one to actually go. Oh god, this is going to be ultra spaghetti. Oh, when I'm done with this. Okay, right. Oh, okay, well, these two are literally not at the same height. That was intentional design, I swear. Are those the same height? Oh. Oh god, okay. I think I have sort of shot myself in the foot here because I can't click that. I can't get that node. It doesn't go down. So there's 10 meters. And the game's auto-saving, of course. Okay, no, because I don't want it to be at... Okay, I don't particularly like what it's done here. So I am just gonna move it across a bit more. So that it's... not really like that. You know what? That will have to do. In the meantime, what I will then also do is create a little tunnel through here. And this will actually be just a direct beeline, pretty much. But what I do is 2-lane suspension. Okay, actually, hang on. Now, firstly, get the tunnel through here. Like that. That's not even a tunnel. I thought it would at least be a tunnel. But it just about cuts through. And then I can get a 2-lane suspension bridge. Just like that. Then right next door. Okay, maybe not that close next door. There you go. So now, have that's coming up into this new industrial island. Ugly. So I have to say about the roundabout. Are you doing the UK theme? Yeah, I am. Make it worse. I don't know. Then I don't know. Spaghetti Junction. Just delete the highway. People need to enter by ferry. See, the problem here with that is this is industrial. They require quite a lot. Well, a beefy road connection. I feel like. Because if I just do ferry, they're gonna complain. And I don't know if a ferry. I maybe a ferry would work. Maybe. I doubt it, but it might. Oh, it might do. This has become a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. But that's okay. And then now, with this, I'll need to get it to cut across here so it can connect back up to that, which is easier said than done, to be honest. Get it so that it's not intersecting like this, but sort of going across like this, and then it can connect up like somewhere up here. Please connect. Okay, what I'm trying to do, the game just doesn't want me to do. Oh. Okay, so it thinks that is acceptable, and sadly, I disagree with the game. I don't think that's acceptable, and I think that's horrendous. So please don't do that, game. Just don't. Ah, bloomin' heck. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just really ugly. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'll get it. 3 lanes from here. 3 lanes from here. 3 lanes from here. 3 lanes from there. Because then also, so from here, how would you get? So I'll need one from here that connects down to there. So this would be from here, not all the way down. Get it going like that, and then 1 lane continues straight on. That will just go there, but the other 2 will then cut across this spaghetti monstrosity. I don't really know how. That's a different story altogether. But I feel like if we get it to somehow go up over here, and then underneath this, just about, underneath there, and then over the top of this. Honestly, the fact that this is even like actually working is, you know what? I there was a forewarning of it being completely a spaghetti mess. Fake Golden Gate Bridge can't even afford to paint it red. No, I mean, like, let's be honest, we wasted all our money on this spaghetti monstrosity, which actually is a massive monstrosity. The more I look at it, the sadder I get, to be honest. Sort of really am regretting the choices that led me to here. But in saying that, do you know what? Hopefully it does its job and it's not congested, but I'm not holding out hope. I'm not going to hold my breath, to be honest. Anyway, Beach Highway. Also, another thing I did off camera since the last episode, I actually created a sort of service station and also a park and ride service, or at least I tried doing that. As it turns out, this game still isn't the best when it comes to park and rides. Come on, connect up. There you go. I mean, yeah, okay, listen, it's not pretty, but it should be efficient. For CBM in Greenwich, can you do the 180? I will get around to doing that whenever I'm next playing CBM, which might be tomorrow. I don't know, I've not decided yet. So this is for this industrial area, which I have sort of decided should have a motorway probably running down the centre of it. Have the sort of capacity for it. Get it down to ground level. So this will be the main road throughout this area. Get a nice gentle curve going. Because again, this is going to be full of industry. And I'm actually going to dezone all the industry here because it is just making our citizens sick. And hopefully move it somewhere that's less polluting. And hopefully climate change doesn't come back to bite me in the rear. But with the fact I'm just creating more pollution, it might do, to be honest. But then again, that's a problem for future me. So I'll put a roundabout there, another roundabout here. Yeah, there will be roundabouts every couple of 100 meters. You're not supposed to go like super fast on this motorway. This is just mostly for, well, ease of access, I guess, out of the city. I do want nice little perimeter roads. Hopefully one that isn't really so sunken. Because I would like to get some industry up here. So that is sort of like a cut through, but they shouldn't use it like a cut through. No guarantees of that though. Then get this side actually be just more grid lined. So this will be where our industry goes for now. So from here, get the grid tool out, 90-degree angles. The grid tool is having a bit of a hissy fit. It was a very nice idea. It's just unfortunate implementation of it is a bit naff. Usually it just screams and goes, no, don't want to do that. And I'm like, okay, well, do you know what? I tried. There was an attempt and you didn't want to cooperate with me, so here I am. Put that like that. And then from the grid, then get a bit of sea line industry, which I would hope are like fisheries. Sadly, that's not really an industry. Actually, I just realized could also do specialized industry. Keep forgetting about that. Is there's some can put some farms here, which is great. There is a bit of forestry. Is there any ores? There are ores. There's ores down here, which is where the roundabout is, which is a bit of a nuisance, to be honest with you. I might actually demolish. Maybe I shouldn't demolish the roundabout. That's a bit drastic. Coal can have a coal mine on the opposite side of the road, and then a ore mine on the other, or stone mine, I should say. Get some vegetable farms down here. Which way is the wind blowing? Wind's blowing that way, so technically if I make this side I could make all industry. The other side could be. Can you speed up the time so we can see what you're doing? Use low res, can you make it terraced houses? when I use low res, not 100% certain what you mean by that, but what I will do is then from here, apologies the fact it is nighttime, actually what I might do is in options, gameplay, I'm going to turn off the day-night cycle so it's daytime so you can actually see what I'm doing, which makes a nice change. Get this off at an 80-degree angle and then get this like through here, 95-degree angle. That is fine. Get some more arterial roads through here. 90, I can't get a 90-degree angle, that is really annoying me. Saying the slope is too steep. Again, very annoying. There we go. Get that like that, and then from here, then we can go to specialized industry once more. So get some livestock farming. Ideally, you wouldn't want to put it against the motorway. I'm probably going to tree line that, but for now, what I will do is just place this alongside the road, and then from there you put specialized farms. So this will be our carrot farms. Which, do you know what? Because it's free, I'm not going to make it fill up the entire space, but I will put it up to the road. So it follows the road line. And then, oh, okay, the game's having a bit of a hissy fit there. And then that's a carrot farm. Put some grain farming, which again, I will sort of keep at a 80-degree. Oh, maybe I should keep it at a 90-degree angle, but I'll keep it at 80 for now. Get it all the way down. This should be at a 90-degree angle, and then also get our sorter. Oh, that's more of the same. Don't want more of the same there. Get some livestock farming. Can't actually really fit in there, but get it like this, and then this is just more of the same. There you go. So there's like 3 little farms. I wonder what the new CBM DLC will be. Don't make too many roundabouts, will become Milton Keynes. A bit too late for that. We are creating a new city of the future, so almost will be like Milton Keynes. Which, to be honest, actually, with you mentioning the ferries, I feel like that would be the main sort of transport link between this island and this section of the city. That'll be a nice little ferry that goes from, say, here, through here, underneath the bridges, to there. On the 2nd of the 12th was the last day of the D7 ran from Gal. On the 3rd it changed to Stagecoach. That is very true. I think for good measure they threw out a double-decker on... it wasn't on the last day, but it was within the last week. And also get some specialised... Could get forestry. I've never done the forestry industry, so I don't actually know if it plants trees. So I'm just gonna... What does it do? Oh, it sort of just marks out an area. It doesn't actually plant any trees. That's a bit annoying. But what I would love to do is, in the landscaping tool, some vegetation, then put some little saplings in the ground. They do take time to actually grow, sadly, as much as I'd love for them to grow pretty instantaneously. Get some cultivated like shrubs, get some spruce woods, get that all in here. Then on top of that, what I'd again love to do is probably put a bit more forestry in between these 2 roads. So from here, this will basically be our specialized industry region of the city. Get some forestry here, so it can then go basically alongside the road. Probably go up to here. Up. Then up to there. Follow the curvature of the road. And then next to it, get another little section for vegetation. And by vegetation, of course, I do just mean trees. Because if you want consumable vegetation, that's on the other side of the road. And then that's sort of a forestry area with some more room for generic interest. Is another forest fire. Oh, sir. Gonna ignore it because it's not here yet. This might become housing. But this this I feel like I shall turn into some industry with a little sort of like alley coming up here so you can access that area. And then ideally don't want it off that road, so I'll get it off this road. And this will sort of be the main access point for this area. That's a bit annoying how it's a bit staggered, so I might turn that into a small little roundabout instead. With then this road coming up through here. Put a tiny little roundabout on the ends of these roads. Even though this is going to become industry, which is instantly being zoned, basically. All of this here becomes industrial wasteland. Maybe not quite on the coast, not yet. We do need to connect the main power grid to here, which we can do from our actual power station. Run it alongside the coast and then connect it up. I do wonder. I can get that going like that and then get this. Oh, actually, that does remind me, you can make them underground, the power lines, which I will do instead. So that I feel like is a better way of doing this, with a transformer station just plopped here. That connected up like that. There we go. We are a bit broke, actually. It probably wasn't wise to spend as much money as I just did, so we need to take out a loan. Low res EU. Can you make some row houses? So it is 3:30 AM. Leave some forest for nature park with war memorial. I will do that. Hopefully not as bad as Milton Keynes. So I'm trying not to, but at the moment I'm sort of doing a Croydon in being broke, and also a Nottingham. To be fair, loan amount. Let's go 650k. Hopefully we're able to actually like turn our fortunes around and make some money sooner rather than later. Okay, well, I've done something here because the game is now sort of screaming at me. So I'm just going to demolish everything that I've done there, reconnect this up, and reconnect these over here. And then that should work. So this entire area should now just be connected. Now they have no problems. And we can just grow this area out. With a bit of, I feel like, offices as well. Since that is sort of like low density. And that's sort of the vibe I want to go with in this area. I'd much rather it be sort of chill, no high rises or anything like that. Not just yet. So we save that for a bit later. So road continues out like this, and then up here we can put some. I don't actually know what could go here, but something could go there eventually. Could always put. We would need to bring some public transport down here. Ideally, do kind of want a train station. Gonna need a rail yard for that, which could technically fit in this sort of industrial zone that we're planning on building. So I think that would be a wise thing to do. If I put the rail yard, Only thing is it would be going over people's homes. So, when you have money at Metro, make an Elizabeth line crossrail. I saw yesterday while driving a trolley bus in a game. Oh, do tell me about that. What was making you so annoyed? Especially a trolley bus. I wouldn't have thought trolley buses were sort of like that annoying. How am I going to angle this? I feel like if we angled this, so this will become like a port. So I almost want this to become massively industrial. So that is our rail yard, and it's embedded into the ground. So this could technically go immediately underground. I do think this should be a high density road, just because this is gonna see massive throughput once there's a ferry here and a cargo harbour. Get 2 roundabouts. Then on top of that, we can get our first train station and cargo terminal. So the train station, I feel like if we get it over here, that'll be a good spot for that. And then a cargo train terminal. We are blowing quite a lot of cash, but I think that is worth it for now, to be honest. Or at least I hope it'll be worth it. The cargo train station doesn't actually fit anywhere here, so maybe I've spoken a bit too soon. But with that being said, where can I put a second train station? Where's sort of like our central point in the city? Don't know actually. To be honest, I feel like somewhere over here. CS2 console game says just announced. Oh, that's interesting. What is the release date of the console edition of this game? The reason why I suggested the name Dinsford Town from previous video is a tribute to 101 Dalmatians, where Pongo, Purdy and the puppies escaped Corella while returning to London. Dinsford, I don't mind the name Dinsford. Dinsford, like Dinsford, because Lake Arbour is a bit generic and a bit boring. So I'll take that suggestion for Lake Dinsford. My trolley poles kept coming off the wires, probably was my terrible driving. Do you have to buy new trains once you run out? Yeah, I do. How well is your bus system getting used? My bus system at the moment, speaking of that, is 3,000 passengers every single month, with 53 people using my taxi services, which I completely forgot I even had. But each individual line, my busiest line is this yellow line, which goes from this industrial area down and around to the central bus station. Whereas my least used line is this one that is... it's the park and ride that I tried doing. Yeah, which it didn't really work, so I've turned it into a lay-by. Thinking of demolishing that, to be honest, and demolishing this, because it is a bit embarrassing, it's a bit of an eyesore, and a colossal mistake. What I will do actually is, I think, develop this area over here. I feel like this will become a sort of rail hub. It doesn't have very many sort of buses or public transport serving it at the moment, but that can always be changed. Get that going down like this. There we go. Love to have some roundabouts. Because who doesn't love a good roundabout? And now what I've got to do is connect up all these platforms. So I feel like let the simulation run whilst I connect up the trains. I'd love to get this going like this. And then I want it to be curved. So this will come through like this. I do want it to stay elevated because I want it needs to go above all this. And then it needs to go above all of the industry. Unusually high, it's not very unusual to be honest. considering where all our industry is in relation to housing. So that is sort of... Also, since booting up the game, I have this weird graphic thing where if you look, it's really low quality, yet in my settings, my graphic settings are on high, and I don't know why it's behaving the way it is. It's a bit annoying, to be honest. Constant. Okay, well, I've changed the setting and I've made it actually just look worse. Automatic. Hang on. Level detail, terrain quality, texture quality, animation quality, shadow quality, medium, high. Yeah, see, this is the problem. It's like I don't understand why my graphics is doing this. I am pretty certain it's nothing to do with my graphics card. It's relatively new, but if it was, then I'd be concerned. So some overlapping items there. Let's see, are we able to make it across? We're not. Can't make it across the bus garage. So I think I'd have to make it run onto the roads. Am I not able to get it across? Oh, okay, well, it'll have to run onto the road like this before then. This does not look great. So I actually want to fix that so that this cuts across. Okay, it's really not liking any attempt that I'm doing to actually make it look nice. Though, in saying that, to be fair, this might actually not look horrendous. Looks a bit wonky, but better than nothing. Or I could always just move the bus station, to be honest. Sorry, the bus depot to the new industrial area, which I've just done. I think if I move the bus depot to over there we go. So now it's completely out of the way and I don't need to do this ridiculous looking curve. And as a matter of fact as well, I'm not just going to dezone all this industry. Don't like it, don't want it here, want it gone. Gone out of the way. I feel sorry for Ind, not for the Ind. Petrol in the service centre for the area may be needed. Might have to do that, yeah. How about in the city centre you have a central station between different modes of transport? I would do that, but that sort of does not exist in this. I just realised. Hang on. There you go. Apparently wasn't capturing the right game. Yet somehow. The stream was still working, which is a bit confusing. Need to get this in a straight line. I will actually enable snapping for this because I do want it at 180 degrees. So that this direct line into the train station. Only thing is now here, I suppose this is, oops, that's straight line tool still. Here, get this to curve across like this, and then okay, this will need to go under and around. With then a sort of intention, get this like this. Am I able? I'm not really able to put it underneath the ground. And that would be too steep of a slope to get it onto the ground from here. Though, to be fair, in saying that, might be possible. Oh, oh, oh. And to be fair, it is actually possible. So that's slotted into there. Then from about over here, this needs to split off. And this will be access to the depot. 10 meters above the ground usually is good enough. Get access to the rail freight yard that is over here. Hang on a minute. Get this back up. 10 meters. Kinda need to put this onto the floor. I think I just saw Thatchers living in our city. What in all that is holy? That is a one-way, which I do not want. Get that connected up like that. That will do for now. In terms of a railroad connection between these two suburbs, how about a stopping line with stations along the way, an express line? I would do that, but every single station is sort of this size, which doesn't bode itself well to have like sort of intermediary stops. You kind of need to have one major one and one like local one, which I can't do. I can't do with these sort of stations, sadly. But what I can do is this will be a central bus station opposite the railway station. This will be the little hub for this area. This will be, I think, the terminus for this sort of metro service. I think from here, I might get it to come around here and then sort of create more suburbs here, leading up to the city centre. So pollution is still quite bad. I do want to relocate this dump to the new island. This isn't like an ideal state of affairs. I would have really enjoyed not putting the city's dump on the coast. But to be fair, anything to just reduce pollution. The coal power plant, I think there is probably space for it somewhere along here. So that ain't too bad. What do we need? We need the transformer station, which I'll just put right next to the power plant and connect them. There we go. So let these fill out.
Reports that fires are currently spreading in the nearby forest.
Oh dear.
Billowing clouds of smoke pose a serious health risk to anyone nearby.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a me problem. The fire and smoke risks.
To a safe distance until the situation is under
Get these all along there. This needs to sort of avoid that. Get some more industry and along the coast here. I really want there to be industry along the coast, but the game really is insistent on there being a wall there, which I ideally, as much as I can fight it, do not want. Okay, I also don't want it to be in a tunnel, to be fair. Hey, there we go. As sort of ridiculous as that looks, it does do the job, it does work. It would be worthwhile then also adding a few connections onto this main road from here. I think slope too steep. Sort of not really liking that. I would love to change this into a roundabout, but got a transformer station here, which I'm going to adjust the direction of and then connect the power cables again, because otherwise this place is going to go black again. Black out. Go dark even. That's the phrase. Get all this zoned up and then put some offices, I feel like, around the train station. Okay, so now they're complaining about having power outages. outage. Oh no, they're complaining about water. Water trade. Do you know what? If I get a water pumping station, just sort of here. There you go. Get 2 of those out there. Get some offices built in here. Then also, whilst we're over here, can build some commercial in and around this train station, train depot even, not even a train station. Get that more like, not really what I'm looking to do, to be honest. Because, oops, oh, that's the wrong tool. Not exactly what I wished to do. I'd love to get that just going 180. And then get this going down here like that. Doesn't do too much, but just means can put a bit more commercial, especially alongside the train depot, which doesn't look too bad. Can get, again, low density EU housing in here, which I feel like would be pretty nice. It would be a very, very nice place to live down here. Well, as nice as it can be with having me as a mayor. Some of my policies might not be super popular. Stuff like enforced bus usage and using public transport no matter what. I would be violently against any form or priority of car infrastructure. Get a nice little mountain road going alongside of them back down there. And then more low density housing alongside it. Low density housing here. Along this road there can be some shops for people to buy groceries and whatnot at. Get those 2 unzoned. Now what we need to do is then connection between the platforms here, the platforms over here, which aren't actually connected at the moment to anything, to the rest of our public transport network. What's happened? Well, all that has happened is we're slowly filling out this island. And we're going to see our first passenger trains leaving the depot as they're making their way to the train station. That's a bit of a sharp angle. Now that I've actually looked at that, I'm going to fix that. That is anything but realistic. So I'm going to put that a bit more like that. To be honest, this entire section here can just go and be replaced by a straight line. There we go. So now there aren't any kinks. There we go. Can you change the type of train? I cannot, not yet. Why is there no power in the main part of the city? I think it's because there's no transformer stations. So I think if I do that, then the pollution should eventually sort of clear up here. But in the meantime, what I would do is, okay, there's a lot of ground pollution here though, which is unfortunate. I could always make this more of a commercial district in the sort of meantime. The Aurora Borealis, located directly, centrally in this kitchen. Interesting. Right. What I think I'm gonna do is the bus routes that I've done. I think I'm just gonna delete all of them because they are a bit rubbish at the moment and they're not really centrally located. So I have the stops. I'll remove this sort of bus depot because I don't particularly want it at the moment. Although, in saying that, that would be... Actually, I'll move the bus station to opposite the train station here, because what that allows me to do is from this platform, I can then... Oh, sorry, like, I guess platform. I can add a road connection. And then get the road connection for intercity buses. And then they can leave and go to all the outside connections we have from this main hub, and get one that then also goes out to what is this? Albans. Going out to St. Albans. Nice. Get that back in, and then we could have a railway connection as well. We do have some tiles, so technically I can just purchase that. And then with the railway tool, lift this up so it's 5 meters above the ground, 7.5, and then get it up to 10. It will then allow it to cross over the water there, bring it back down 2 meters, and then from here get that sort of just curving across. There we go. And that then allows us to have a regional service out to Rogat, which is great. And then another regional service, departing from the same platform, then out to... Where is this? To Farringdon. Farringdon. Which is pretty good. I am really excited, and I really hope that the Paradox Workshop sort of starts soon, because I would really like to have mods to be able to change the train type and all that. With the buses as well, since I kind of did forget, I would like to firstly, I feel like get some shops along here. That makes sense, having shops near the train station. That sort of covers this. So if we get a service that goes along here, comes down this road, comes down here, and comes down along the coast, along here, before then turning into this new commercial district, and sort of terminating up by here. So we'll do a one-way loop around here and then come back on itself. So this is just sort of combining the routes that we have, just so that we have not a large amount of like useless routes, I feel like. Since it does want to go down here, I'll just make it go down here, I suppose. It's going to do it anyway, so might as well. But I would love to have a route that does specifically actually go down through here, and then comes back on itself, just so that it has a little, we have a little cut through here. Then get it coming down through here, and then it can just loop back the opposite way around this sort of shopping district, and then double back upon itself, coming through here. This should hopefully pick up most of the stragglers who do want to go down to the new railway station in town. If not, then that's fine. They can always walk. It's pretty close. It is within walking distance. I sort of think having a bus service would work as well in this area. I feel like having a bus service from here that connects up to this hub is ideal. But also, whilst here, I think getting a central bus service through this sort of area. Oh, it doesn't like me putting a stop here. Fair enough. I think I did put that through there. It'll terminate up here, come down through here, serve the central bus station, and then come through this sort of residential zone before cutting down through here. And then for now, it'll just terminate here. This will be its new terminus. That's for this main island bus route. Whereas with this, how about you make the bus line like the Standard Express, like the A8? I would, but we do not really have like an airport, so there is not much reason having a standard like this airport express bus at the moment, sadly. But it is definitely one to consider for a future date. And then last bay platform can be used just if you don't want to take the train, can't afford it, then there will be a bus service, but you are better off taking the train. That is quicker, even if it is more expensive. Then create a new bus route from this bus station. Actually, not from this bus station. Connect it from here, because that's by the bus depot. And then connect it up through here. Then go through here. And then go through the residential area. Come back upon itself. Service the commercial district. And then pop through there. And then come back through the industrial zone. And then now we sort of need to look at line usage. So this requires 11 buses. This requires 18. I don't want 18 buses on that. This requires 26. Don't want that. And this one requires 7. Okay, 3. So there are really, really bare minimum, pretty much. But for now, get 45 buses out and about, and we can sort of rename the bus routes and play CS1. Yeah, enjoy that. What I'd say is I'm loving CS2. It is a bit buggy and like obviously not as sort of perfected, if you like, as CS1 was. I think the intercity routes are all going to be red, whereas the intercity routes to a different city, there's been a car accident here, they're going to be more a dark blue colour. So we have the, I think, if I also name them, so bus line number 2, I do not want to call it that. I think this will be the I2, so that will be the intercity IC2. Intercity 2, this will be the IC1. IC1. Oops, that's the wrong key. Don't want to use that. There we go. And then you can sort of see where they combine, they turn into a gorgeous sort of pink colour. Gorgeous purple. IC2. The Suburban Express can be the X7. And then this coastal... Oh, I'll need to think of a name for this island. So if we think of some sort of names... Goodbye, Minnie. I will take suggestions from chat. Whereas there are no vehicles for some of these routes. I feel like another bus depot is actually just needed. In general, to be honest. If I move this... Can I move this across? I can. Because what I'd like to do is... If I leave this underground like that... This isn't really connected to anything anymore. Don't know where this is. Oh, this is the outside connection. Never mind, that actually is connected to something quite important as well. I think if I do it from underground from here, and then connect it up to this, and underneath, if I can just delete these. There you go. So there is technically a connection there. So this will just allow me to then create a new bus depot. I don't know why the post office is here, but nowhere else really I can put it. Put that there. Another bus depot. out the space to actually expand it. But I do have solutions for that and ways around it. Get that like that. And then this road that was here can just continue all the way up to there. There we go. And our demand isn't so bad now. Still a lot of industrial demand, which I feel like can be filled out on this island over here. Well, actually, not along here. Here I want actual... I would prefer there to be trees here, to be honest. So get rid of all those. The potato trees, I don't know what's happening there. It looks like a Picasso painting. That's frustrating me. But if I do get some more industry along here, I suppose that would work. More this angle, then like this. Get it all along here. Literally following the edge of the map at the moment. I think if I do like that, there we go. And just get some more industry here. It is screaming at me that there is drinkable water underneath here, but the farms are going to be sucking all that up. And just sort of see the expansion of our industrial zone. And then also a new suburb springing up here. Speaking of, come back through here. You can see Spaghetti Junction at the moment. Very busy. Actually very, very busy. Almost to a design floor. Levels of busy. I do feel like it would be worthwhile putting some underground parking. Though how beneficial that would actually be, I don't know. So a lot of cars do just wait here, which is a problem. So I feel like, because at the moment this isn't very busy, I did sort of future-proof this too much.
We will be experiencing rolling blackouts.
I think for now, I just leave it like that. It should be fine.
This has been a local public service announcement.
Yeah, that should work. Oh, damn it. Why? Oh, why are we talking about rolling power blackouts? All right. So another thing to be done.
What kind of
Just sort of
music have if it doesn't look to its past? Well, I say the question
see.
itself. Here on Second Moon, we know you can't move forward unless you keep both eyes steadily trained on what's behind you.
There we go. Now we just get some more residential suburbs.
Is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the
Nice, nice.
to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Java latte. Or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this. Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boat.
There's no
Hang on,
saying this,
hang on.
Brenda.
Get this not looking so horrendous. I think for now, that's okay, I suppose. Get some. Don't really have a degree in like road design or city planning. I mean, like that much probably is very evident. Especially with some of the actual roads that are being designed at the moment and sort of the road layouts. But you know what? I am giving it a good go. At least that's what I'm lying to myself in saying. Get this down through here. Through, oops, not like that. Probably like that. Hey, I don't really like what it's doing here, to be honest. I like that even less, to be honest.
This is an emergency
So I think what I'm gonna do.
all citizens. The fire and rescue service reports that fires are currently spreading in a nearby forest. The billowing clouds pose a serious health risk to anyone nearby. At this time,
See, it's a very, very nice like idea that they had with the sort of radio station announcing local events, but it's really repetitive and it is just sort of getting on my nerves because it's repeating the same stories over and over. You know what? That's not horrendous. I do quite like that. Get this more like that. So there is a little area of sort of like a cul-de-sac, if you like. So I'll get some shopping, not along there. And then everything else can basically be low density. Yes, there is no power, there's no sewage either, so they're going to scream at me. But I'm going to hold my nerve, not let them get the best over me. Get a Villa City as well. Might put that in here somewhere. Let's see. Put that over there. Some housing there. Whilst over here, let's look at the specialised... I could put some textile fibre farming. Could have had that, but I've unlocked it a bit too late. So instead, what I'll do, unique buildings. What is this? This, I feel like, should probably go more here than anywhere else. But I can get a Villa City over here. Actually, to be fair, now that I say that, I kind of do like the idea of it being just one of these buildings that's over here. So this will be very, very nice and probably wealthy, to be honest, area. So what I do want to do is just run a bus route through here, and that will connect up to this bus station over here. Oh, there is no apparent way of getting... Hang on. Oh, that's a bit of a design flaw. Oh, yeah, there is no actual way of getting across. Oopsie, I am going to change that. I do like that at the same time, but I do want to change it so there is a bus-only lane that does let you go across. Oh, blimey. Yeah, so if I can get a bus-only lane, that can be up over here. Or is it not like this? Slope's too steep. That much I figured. Get this going up. Slope is again too steep. Slope is way too steep. Can't really get this cutting across like that. Cause that looks horrendous. Get this going down at a faster rate. Okay, so this is a slight problem, but slope is too steep. Although I have found a solution for this problemo. Hopefully, this one isn't as hard to sort of do, just because all it really requires is... Well, it might actually be a bit more... Oh no, there is... There you go. So these are dedicated bus lanes, just so that the buses can go straight ahead. But if you're in a car, please don't. You'll get a massive fine. Whereabouts could we put... I think if we sort of jerry-rig it like that, that should be fine. This isn't going to be a very sort of power demanding area, I suppose. And for once, we actually are quite on top of our demand. It does feel quite good. And having a brand new rail line as well. Let's see how many people are using our train station. I do want to put a parking fee though. and also with our bus depot, which does look atrocious at the moment. Again, this is not my graphics quality settings, this is just something the game is doing at the moment. I don't know why. And these buses are having a session together. So let's look at bus line number 4, which is the one that sort of goes into the suburbs. So this is the Suburban Express. So I'll probably put this as the 401, just because this is in the city, whereas this one, make it more a dark green. So there'll be different shades of green on this island. So this will be the 402. And then the final one, the final one will be 403, which will also be a greenish colour. This one will be more radioactive green. So you can sort of tell the swampy colour is off to the commercial districts, whereas the radioactive neon greens are into the residential areas. There is also parking alongside this road, but I feel like that's okay for now. Just sort of waiting to see. So where is our train? Our singular train has just left and it has one person on it. Not ideal, but then, you know, it's not the end of the world as long as there is a person, I guess. Might be a bit of a problem actually. There's 7 people on here. How well is our intercity routes doing? There's 2 people. Not really like ideal. But I'm gonna put that down to there not being much of a population here yet, and also our bus network isn't robust. Hopefully now with buses sort of running. Let's see, is there a crematorium nearby? Yeah, there is. Oh no, that's the cemetery. I suppose it would be worthwhile putting a crematorium in here for when we do eventually need that. This is still heavily polluted, so people aren't going to want to live here. So I'll just turn this all into shopping, to be fair. Actually, what was that? It probably was actually just more industry. That's probably why it was still polluted. Put that, okay, no, in a straight line. Don't be like taking the pee. Okay, put that actually so it's in line with that, because otherwise my OCD is going to drive me crazy. Yeah, so now we actually have some high density residential demand, which means now we have to look forward to the business district zone that would be over here. Which I feel like we would sort of want to feed with this road from here. I've sort of made a bit of a mistake with this highway that I've done in the middle of the city, because it's not going to actually lead anywhere. This will never be well used. Okay, maybe not never, but certainly not to the extent where it needs 2 lanes either side. Just because I don't actually plan on putting any high density sort of in the vicinity that would use this. Let's see. Let's try get this all down to just one singular lane in either direction. Just because space efficiency's sake. There we go. So up here you don't need more than 2 lanes, you're not going to overtake anyone, and the city is flooding at the moment. That's intriguing. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know if this is just like my game is bugged or if it's my graphics card, but there is something not right happening here. I can't figure out what it is. VSync. I don't know if it is VSync or not. I don't think it's VSync. It's probably full screen windowed. No. Physical. I must have accidentally changed a setting somewhere that's completely bugged this, but I can't tell what it is. Show all resolutions. I'd love to get this at 1080 at 60. And then knock it at that. Not that I'm actually getting 60 at the moment. I'm only getting 35. Even with this potato quality at the moment. Which is interesting, to say the least. This train station, get a $50 parking fee. I also feel like since this is in a bit of a remote secluded area, this would be a good sort of location for a parking garage. Though in saying that, it might be more worthwhile sticking this somewhere else. Let's see. So I would not want this on a main road. Just because I'd love for cars to actually drive in and then take the train into the city instead. But that's looking a bit unlikely. So what I'll do instead is probably create an alley. So what you'll have to do is from here, come off here. Oh, get this to be a straight line. Or straight tool even. Get this over like that. So then there is a nice little area around it. And then with the parking tool, which is this one, put a little parking garage like that over there. $50 parking fee. That should be fine for this area.
Has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions.
I think a bit of high density around here isn't going to be horrendous, but not. It's not a good area for it, to be honest.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area.
Don't like how there's a little pond here now. That sort of ruined that. This apparently is a traffic jam.
Stay off the streets
Even though
this has been a
there really should not be one there. Let's see. Turn off the traffic lights there and there. Turn it into a roundabout either side. Get the blobs back. This must be. Hold on. This must be a depth of field thing. Hang on. Where is it? Physical tilt shift. Okay, that's not. Don't want that. Disable that. Anti-aliasing. Hi. No, that's not changed that. Ugh, it looks awful. Last time I played this, it was not like this, so I do not know what has happened. Global reflections, motion blur, shadow quality, terrain quality, level of detail. I can't figure it out. Dynamic, anti-aliasing. Is it this? No, it's not this. I feel like it's an out-of-date graphics driver, actually. That's probably what it is. So this is just... The game reminded me, hey, my graphics drivers, they're buggered. Do you mind changing them? And I'll be like, oh, okay, fair enough. Understandable. I will. So the 402 is actually doing pretty well. Whereas the X7 is 23% line usage, not bad. The train line is 0% usage. It's a bit of a problem. Whereas then these ones out of the city doing quite well. I actually wonder, is it possible for me to run a train service from here over to this city and then back again? It is. I don't quite know why you'd want to do that, but I've just done it. And I'll charge $50 per ticket to go between these two cities that I haven't even created. Where is this? Oh, this is coming out of the train depot. Slowly making its way onto the tracks to leave the city. And this train I will never see from again and never hear from it again. This will leave. In fact, I'm following it out of the city, and then it will pick up passengers to take to the other city. So for some reason, I'm oh, there's another train going in the opposite direction. I'm carting passengers between these two places. There's 18 people waiting here, and there's 2 people waiting in the other direction. Fair enough. So this train has no one. Okay, I feel like that is because they're all waiting to come into my city, and I don't think this will ever work. So I'm not 100% certain why I tried doing this. But you never know. Never know. There's been an accident. Amazon delivery drivers. That's all I have to say. Of course, trying to get the Prime delivery on time. Spaghetti Junction is working as intended. I would put a roundabout in, but I really don't want them to turn from here over there. So what I'm going to do is move that so you can't go and turn over there. And then when you're over here, you can't turn. I would much rather you didn't turn right there. You can go straight ahead, can't turn left. There we go. This is a proper spaghetti mess. It's taken up a lot of space for not much gain, to be honest. But I think it's doing okay. I think it's working. I'm also going to just downgrade all of this, I think, for now. I think it's just a bit excessive, it going to 3 lanes. Just leave it at 2 for now. Leave it at these 2. So it goes from 3 to... Oh, there is no lane for that. Of course. So then there's 2. Go straight ahead, or you can go over there, but not allowing those to exist. And then I like this. There we go. So yeah, for now, this will just be 1 lane all the way around. It is entirely just to see if there's space, had this ever become busy enough for sort of 2 lanes and expansion, if it ever needs it. It might also be worthwhile actually like just properly upgrading this, but I think it's okay for now, I think. Large roads, don't need those at the moment. I do wonder if we're able to change one of these into a bridge support. Because actually, that I feel like would be kind of cool. I did that, and then it's going to be very hard to snap to. So one of these. Oh, it says distance is too short, but I tell it bah humbug. If I then do like that, and it is not really liking what I'm trying to do, which, to be honest, I don't blame it. I am trying to get away with quite a lot here, but oh dear, oh blimey. I think I've bitten off a bit more than I could chew here. This, even the game's confused. It's like, bro, I don't know what you want me to do here. Do you know what? I have asked for way too much from this game. I just kind of wanted to create some more trusses, to be honest. Just to make it sort of look nice. But I forgot there isn't any space for nice things in this city. Let's see if I can really cram it in. Does just mean we're not able to actually expand this sort of road, so this could never be two lanes. I'll get this even more just out of the way, so that this is a massive vanity project. I am more than aware of that, but Listen, I've got to leave my stamp on here somehow. Oh, that is disgusting. But it's underneath there, so I can't see it. And what I can't see can't hurt me. At least that's how I'm liking to live. That's the motto I live by. I think, actually, if I do this again, and then actually try get it more over like this, should hopefully be able to then... Ooh, I just about am. Ooh. Ooh. See, and just like that. Oh, almost. It does almost fit. It does, it's so close to fitting. And then 2 lanes like that. I mean, to be honest, at this point, I might as well just completely redo all this. Let's see, so I would then like to also get this just like this. This can just continue over. Okay, maybe I am asking for a bit too much from the game. That could be a possibility. In fact, I fear that's a very distinct possibility. Okay, and then now to get this across. Oh, I had something good going there, and now I've completely thrown it all away. Right, how high does this need to be? 3.5? 3.5 does work. I think that should be the main supporting section. And then if I get this to then just go ahead like that. Oh, hang on a second. Should have gotten it like this. Then I do actually want to cut that off like that. And then from here, get this. So close. It is so close to fitting. Do you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna stretch this out even more. So from a distance, it looks pretty. Up close, it will be an absolute eyesore. But then that's what people get for living in this part of the city. Is my honest reaction. Okay. I really need to get this across. So like that. So like that. Okay, now this is sort of starting to scream at me. Okay, and then aside from this. Now and now. There was a split. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Though I have made it slightly too high. Slightly too low, actually. I think. Because this should be 3.5 meters. What I might actually do is from here. And then get this to go up to 3.5. Really testing these new road building tools to the limit. Curve it. I can not, to be fair, I could curve it, but this tool is a bit finicky. Oh, I've pushed that. That's way too close. Hang on. Get this like that. Force them out. This tool does not like being curved, to be honest. Otherwise, I would have done it like that. And then, oh, blimey. Okay, if I do try it curved, I'm gonna. Okay, it is a tool that is just not gonna work how I want it to.
Local authorities are urging the public to conserve water and reduce the burden on the city during this water shortage. Consider installing a low flush toilet. Cut back on water.
So we can do like that.
This has been a local public service.
Oh, but then it complains about this. Okay.
We urge the public to remain calm during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city.
I really want to do something to make that look a bit nicer, and it's just nothing is working out. I think distance too short. I don't know about that. Oh, do you know what?
You can't move forward unless you keep both eyes steadily trained on what's behind you.
And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate, or so my wife tells me.
Yeah, do you know what? Maybe that would work.
To the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this. Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boat.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda.
And then up to 35. And then get this going across. I mean, granted, it isn't symmetrical, which I hate. No, I don't like that. I can't get something that looks good here. Because if you curve it, it doesn't really work. You know what, I'm gonna try what Dazdads has actually suggested in chat to actually curve this. Honestly, actually, that hasn't done a bad job. That was actually a really good suggestion. Sorry for doubting you, Dazdads. Get that off like that. And get these off here. The issue now becomes, can I get them close enough to each other that it doesn't look... Actually, you know what? That is pretty good. It's alright, it does the job. I can't complain too much. Now it's a case of whether or not I can actually get them to connect back up together, which it's looking like a big fat no. Get this all the way across like this. If anyone could also sort of tell me why my graphics is doing what they're doing at the moment, I suspect it's because I haven't updated my graphics drivers. That's what I'm suspecting. But if anyone in chat does actually know the sort of blurry textures, okay. If I push this all the way out and then I stick this in like this, will that... Okay, it just doesn't want to join the way that I'd want it to join. Okay. Looks good. Hey, cheers for that. And that you're definitely not just saying that because it was mostly your suggestion for the curved bit. So I think instead of it going into a sort of like two-way, I think if we get a couple more lanes, because as we all know, a couple more lanes will always fixes everything. Couple more lanes this side, just to get this across like this. There we go. Oh, that's a bit high. How high is this? This is not 35. I'd say it's about 27 and up. Oh, that's too low. No, actually, no, that's correct. It's about right. Get this connected up. Oh, now it's just really just... Why? Why are you doing that? Look, I know, I get you're saying like this section's gonna be too short, but come on. Crying out loud. Okay. Right. try this again. Get this going into there like this. Okay, now this bit of road is... Okay, I'll demolish all that. Hopefully, if I then make this into the 3-lane roads like this, and then plug these, I can get them down into that. That's not horrendous. See the beautification of horrible car-centric infrastructure. Can't really be done, but you know, I've tried my best. There we go. Hey! That looks good. Proud of that. I mean, not the spaghetti mess that's underneath it, but there was an attempt. And you can vaguely make your way around here, I think. The other thing is, if I remove all traffic lights along here, and just everywhere else there's traffic lights. There's 3 people on the bus at the moment. There's now 7, and this bus, oh, we've become a busy town. Great. Now this bus will take us over into our new area. Whilst we're sort of coming across, comes up here into the train station. We're waiting for the red light. Coming to the bus station, which is just opposite the train station. Ignore all the tear in there. Game really is having a hissy fit. Can have some fatty bites whilst you wait for the bus. And from here we have how many people waiting? Get on. 22 people getting on. Hopefully they're coming across to the train station. With this train leaving with 1 person on it. Okay, it's not exactly doing the best, but the X7, which is the direct bus service, is leaving with 22 people. So, as well, this will be our service back into our old district. There is definitely something going on with the sort of like depth of scale and figuring out where the camera is at the moment. So this is traversing Spaghetti Junction, which isn't horrendous at the moment, to be honest. Okay, that less than ideal. We did merge with a smart car. Get yourself... honestly, if I was driving a car and I came across that and I saw that, I'd actually be bricking it. Right, so... Okay. Nearly had a complete accident there. My bus driver was less than ideal. Come across here. Coming across into the main city. This bus driver did a small crash. Yeah, okay, but we ignore that because we don't pay our drivers enough. So that's the reason why. Small little... I wouldn't even call this a motorway, to be honest. This is like a continuous slip lane. Around... Try not to mow down the pedestrians. Over to the new flooded bus station. So there is something really off with this save and my game, because this is all flooded and no one seems to have noticed because they're not complaining about it, which I'm glad for, but it's just confused me. Anyway, our bus has pulled in over here, 22 people, and then it comes over into here, unloads, and then the 402 comes in, has 84 out of 80 people, which I didn't even know was possible. We'll follow this along. What is this druid getting fired? Oh well, some floods are alright. You pay them tea without milk and some pence, I suppose. You think I even pay them with tea? I don't pay them with any form of sustenance. pay them with IOUs. This bus has 84 people on it, and it's just traversing this sort of main district. I guess that counts. And oh yeah, it probably does actually. There's 9 animals on board. Just some wet feet, nothing to worry about. True, and some wet cars and houses and really low poly cars actually. Again, I'm not 100% certain what's happened with my sort of like rendering, depth of field rendering. Because if I stay in this mode for a bit, it should eventually pull up the high quality models. You do pay them with T expired T from 2008. Okay, maybe just the tea bags that I found, and 2008 is being generous, so that's premium stuff. I pay them with stuff from the 1980s. Zoom out, zoom back in. Does that fix it? That does not fix it. I'll definitely have this fixed for the next stream. I don't actually know what's happened. I don't know why this is happening. I assume it's a outdated graphics driver. I'd assume and hope. How many people are on here? 58 people. So 30 people literally took the bus to just literally around the corner. How many people are waiting here? There is 20 people waiting. I feel like the 402 needs a frequency increase because it's very busy. So it's going to get 12 buses instead of its assigned 8. Oh, 1980s. Yep, that is the poisonous stuff. 15 people on bus route 3, which I assume is one of our intercity routes. It is. This is ice. This will be ice free. Oh, free. So that's intercity. Dark blue. Just so that we are able to sort of see them from a distance. A lot of routes in here. 402 really busy. The 401 really busy as well. The 403 it's doing all right. Ain't crazily busy. I think if we put one extra bus on the 401, that should be okay. That green one seems busy too. That's true. It's a bug. Oh, it's a current bug with the game. Okay. I assume that, considering, like, I haven't played it in about a week, and last time I played it, it was fine, and now suddenly, the game looks like this. Do you know what? Like, they're ironing out all these bugs. I think you can change your graphics quality and then change it back to get rid of the bug. I don't know if that works, but I'll try it. My graphics quality. Or is it global graphics quality? Or is it my texture quality? Because I can change my texture quality to high. And then level of detail, high. Medium, high. Oh, no, that's really not done. That's... Oh, yikes. I've actually made it worse. Oh, no. It's gone back to being garbage. That's nice. I'll try it just being high, to be fair. Nope, that's not done anything. High, low. And then high again. Yeah, no, there is something not right here, considering the bus station is now invisible. Yeah, no, I've seen. I don't need to hear the attention. But with that being said, this is where I will leave this part. I thank everyone for making it this far. I hope you've enjoyed this stream. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like. Do be sure to also subscribe for more, because I do actually stream every single week, at least once a week, and I do try to stream City Skylines. So if this is something you like and you want to be notified of in future when I do go live, do be sure to hit the bell as well. But with that being said,